In continuation of the last video on thermodynamics of BSc Part 2 Physical Chemistry, in this video we will continue with enthalpy. Now what is enthalpy? Enthalpy is mathematically H is equal to E plus PV, where E is the internal energy of the system, whereas PV is the energy in the system that is contained in the system and it is available to do work, and the total of these two is the total heat content of the system known as enthalpy. Now this enthalpy is a function of temperature and pressure. Supposingly a system undergoes change in temperature by dT, a change in pressure by dP, then the change in enthalpy H is given by dH is equal to del H by del Tp dt plus del H upon del Pt dP. Now here in this equation, del H upon del Tp is change in enthalpy with temperature at constant pressure, and del H upon del Pt is the change in enthalpy with pressure at constant temperature. Now we see that this first term here and the second term here, that is del H upon del Tp is equal to Cp. Now substituting this value by Cp in equation 2a, the equation 2 becomes dH is equal to Cp dt plus del H upon del Pt dP. But we have seen that according to the Joule-Thomson experiment, which we did in the last video and which was an adiabatic process, enthalpy during the process remains constant, that is dH is equal to 0. Therefore, according to equation 2, now this dH is 0 is equal to Cp dt plus del H upon del Pt dP. Now keeping Cp dt as it is and by bringing the del H upon del Pt on the opposite side, the equation 3 becomes Cp dt is equal to minus del H upon del Pt dP. Now changing the sides of Cp and dP, the equation takes the form del T upon del Ph, as it is constant enthalpy, is equal to minus del H upon del Pt upon Cp, or this equation 5 can be rewritten as del T upon del Ph is equal to minus 1 upon Cp del H upon del Pt. The equation in 6 has term on left hand side. This is termed as Joule-Thomson coefficient, that is change in temperature with pressure at constant enthalpy is called Joule coefficient and its symbol is mu Jt. So this equation 7 can be rewritten, this equation 6 can be rewritten as mu Jt is equal to minus 1 upon Cp del H upon del Pt. Now if in the given pressure range the value of mu Jt is taken as constant, then equation can be written as del T upon del P is equal to minus 1 upon Cp del H upon del Pt. Taking delta P on the right hand side, the equation becomes delta T is equal to minus 1 upon Cp del H upon del Pt delta P, where delta T is the change in temperature during expansion of the gas and delta P is the change in pressure by expansion of gas or during expansion of gas. In experiment given before, the delta T can be noted by the thermometer provided in the setup, and pressure on both sides, that is P1 and P2, is noted by pressure gauge, and thus it can be deduced. If the value of the Cp of the gas is known, then experimental value of del H upon del Pt can be calculated. Now we come to Joule-Thomson coefficient for ideal gases. According to the equation 8, we have seen mu Jt is equal to minus 1 upon Cp del H upon del Pt. But we know that H is equal to E plus Pv. So this equation can be rewritten as mu Jt is equal to minus 1 upon Cp del E plus Pv upon del Pt. Or this can be further split into two terms, that is mu Jt is equal to minus 1 upon Cp del E upon del Pt plus del Pv upon del Pt. Now dividing and multiplying this term del E upon del Pt by del P, we get the equation mu Jt is equal to minus 1 upon Cp del E upon del Vt dot del V upon del Pt plus del Pv upon del Pt. Since for an ideal gas del E upon del Vt is equal to 0, that is Joule coefficient is 0, so this term del E upon del Vt del V upon del Pt becomes 0. And since at constant pressure PV is constant, hence del PV upon del PT also becomes 0. Now applying the value of del E del Vt dot del V del Pt from A and del PV upon del Pt from B in equation 12, the equation 12 becomes mu Jt is equal to 0. So we can say that for an ideal gas, the Joule-Thomson coefficient is 0. Now we come to the calculation of Joule-Thomson coefficient for real gases. Now the calculation of Joule-Thomson coefficient for real gases is carried out by van der Waals equation. For 1 mole of van der Waals, for 1 mole gas, van der Waals equation is P plus A upon V square into V minus B is equal to RT. Opening the brackets and expanding the equation becomes PV minus PB plus AB upon V square plus A upon B is equal to RT. Now taking the PB plus AB upon V square plus A upon V on the right hand side and leaving PV on the left hand side, the equation becomes PV is equal to RT minus A upon V plus AB upon V square plus PB. Now since we know that the value of A and B, the van der Waals constant, are very low, so AB upon V square can be neglected and the equation becomes PV is equal to RT minus A upon V plus PB. Now taking the P on the right hand side, the equation takes the form V is equal to RT upon P minus A upon PV plus B. For 1 mole, it is assumed that PV is equal to RT. Now in equation 17, substituting the value of PV with RT, the equation becomes V is equal to RT upon P minus A upon RT plus B. By differentiating equation 18 with temperature at constant pressure, the equation becomes del V upon del Tp is equal to R upon P plus A upon RT square. Now rearranging the equation 18, the equation becomes RT is equal to P V minus B plus A upon RT. Now by changing the sides of temperature and pressure from equation 20, the equation becomes R upon P is equal to V minus B T, V minus B upon T plus A upon RT square. That is, the equation is R upon P is equal to V minus B upon T plus A upon RT square. Now by substituting the value of R upon P from the 21 equation in the equation 19, the expression becomes del V upon del Tp is equal to V minus B upon T plus A upon RT square plus A upon RT square, or we can say del V upon del Tp is equal to V minus B upon T plus twice A RT square, or del V upon del Tp is equal to 1 upon T into V minus B plus twice A upon RT. Taking 1 upon T on the left hand side, the equation takes the form T into del V upon del Tp is equal to V minus B plus twice A upon RT. Now there is one common thermodynamic relation, that is V is equal to T del V upon del Tp plus del H upon del Pt. Now we get substituting the value of T del V upon del Tp from equation 24 in this equation A, we get V is equal to V minus B plus twice A upon RT plus del H upon del Pt. Now we take this del H upon del Pt on the left hand side, so this equation becomes minus del H upon del Pt is equal to twice A RT plus B. Now putting the value of this del H upon del Pt from equation 26 in this equation which we got in the previously, that is 3, which is mu Jt is equal to 1 minus 1 upon Cp del H upon del Pt. The equation 3 becomes mu Jt is equal to 1 upon Cp twice A upon RT minus B. From this equation, it is evident that if twice A upon RT is greater than B, then mu Jt is positive, and if twice A upon RT is less than B, then the mu Jt is negative. And as A, B, R are constant, it means that the sign of mu Jt, whether it is positive or negative, will depend upon the temperature T at which the gas is allowed to expand. That is all for today. Thank you.